Alright, everybody. How you doing? This is John. Got my microphones on, my mic on, just so you can hear better, because I know even when I was listening to it, like my voice was lower. I do got other mics, that I never use. It's fucking bad. I got other mics that wrap around your face, you know what I mean? And I got one in your mouth, like the smaller ones. Then I got like a real microphone, it has the other the connections. I will try to upgrade the way I'm doing everything. Not the best, I haven't been around for a lot of shit, and I'm gonna try to teach myself OBS. There's a million YouTube videos, there's a million videos everywhere, and on how to do it and use it. But telling me it don't help. Like, I need someone to be like right there and show me, and I can film there and probably edit there and cut stuff. There's like, it'll look better. But the reason why I'm here is because actually a few people have what I have. They have it may not be the same. They might not have a fake skull. They might not have the same brain problems, but they still have what I have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't compare. Like, if you got a penny and he's got a penny, you're not gonna say he's got a penny, but there's dirt on the top, and he's got clean, but there's only dirt on the bottom. You got the same shit. You know what I mean? So there's a few people that had traumatic brain injury, have brain problems, and they thank me for doing videos about that. About talking about that. So that's going to be the beginning of my video. I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm going to, I might have something else to add to it. But if this is your first time here, stay here. Hit those buttons. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Just it ain't that hard. Just murder that shit. Just bam, hit that like button. Bang, hit that subscribe button. And hit the not like if you don't like. That works too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's your opinion. I respect it. But and if you're a returning visitor, I always say I thank you. That's why we're at almost 34,000 views for just a regular guy who's talking. You know what I mean? Like, makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Makes me know I'm helping at least some, and I'm entertaining the rest. You know what I mean? Like, some people might be laughing at me or, whatever. At least people getting something out of it. So I thank you. All right. So how I'm dealing with the traumatic brain injury, I'll talk about. Lately, I mean, I get them, because a new pharmacy like that, it actually drives it right to my house, like right here, and I don't pay extra. And they're in deep Nassau. I don't know how these people set that up, but lately I get that. You know what I mean? You see some of the pills, I gotta get like refills because it's almost done. But it's like Monday. It doesn't say Monday. It's Saturday morning. These are all mornings and these are all PMs of the same day. Saturday morning, Saturday night. And then they only give me a week's supply. Like I'm a baby. I've had all my meds for years. And actually, I know what I'm going to do for the second part. Stick around for the second part. But that's my meds. You know what I mean? I take my meds. I take a lot of meds. I'm taking less meds right now than I did when I first started. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? I've seen my doctor today. They took my blood like a week ago. So I'm talking about the results, seeing what the results are, and getting a refill on my gabapentin, the Neurontin, and telling them, because this the part two, and talking about something else, my seizure meds, but I'll get to the part two. And I deal with it. It's life. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take off. You guys seen it, but if you're new to the video, you might not have. Taking the mic off, so you're not going to hear me. I'm just going to show you my head. I hope I didn't get a fucking weird angle and not show you. but I have a line going ooh, around my head, and you can even see on my forehead where the fake skull is. It's like, you could tell. Well, I could tell. You know what I mean? And, you know, when it happened, I was rushed. They had like a thermostat sticking out of my head, like a, you know, like a fucking thing like this, sticking out of my head. My mom laughed at me, you know, when I woke up, because I was in a coma. When I woke up and said, you know, we were making funny like you were E.T. and, you know, something like that. And after, that was a pressure gauge. After the pressure got too much, my brain surgeon, who's a great surgeon, Dr. Leon, saved my life. I'm here right now talking to you because of Dr. Leon. So, you know, and myself fighting inside. You know, I know, but Dr. Leon, without that, I wouldn't, no matter how much I fought to stay alive and come back, wouldn't matter. But when the brain swelled up too much and it got too much pressure and I was gonna die for good, the Dr. Leon called my mom and said, do I have your permission to do what I gotta do to keep him alive? Because the pressure, even with all the meds we're giving him, his brain is still swelling up, you know? My mom's like, do anything you have to do to keep him alive. I said, all right. Cut my skull out, threw it in the garbage, which is good, because they used to sew it into your stomach area, like, to keep it, like, I guess, alive. It's not like it's alive, but you know what I mean. Like, but that's where they put it. They put it inside you, so I'd have another huge scar on my stomach, which I don't. They threw it out. Kept me in a coma, kept me on the meds, and my brain did swell. It swelled where past, you know, like where the skull would have been. You know, like it gave it room to expand, and then it did start to condense to its normal size. So when it condensed to its normal size, you know, gave it some time to make sure there was no complications. They brought me back out of the coma, and I was 7:30. Like, they were actually working to think about putting me in like a 7:30 ward, like where you gotta have like a nurse take care of you and brush your teeth and comb your hair and clip your nails and, you know, wipe your ass if you know and shit. Like, they didn't know. Like, I don't remember. I don't remember. I was like shooting my fucking parents when they came to visit me. They said just shooting them on the hospital. When I was in the hospital, with an invisible gun for hours, no matter what they said. And then, you know, you get machines and they make a noise, beep, beep. I would just be doing that for hours, whether someone was there, someone was not. And that's crazy if I have people visiting me and I'm going, beep, beep, beep. And they're like, yo, John, you all right? Like, we love you. How you feeling? Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, yeah, he's crazy, but I got out of it. You know, I think that was because of the traumatic brain injury and all the drugs they put you on, you know, to put you in a coma, and the fucking, and the shit I had to, for my brain to stop swelling as much, you know, like, it had me probably somewhere else, you know, but I came through, like I'm talking now, and they were very impressed. They were like, wow, you could talk very good for what happened, you know, with the frontal lobe damage and the other damage, like, you're articulate, you're able to express yourself, you know, and I don't think, I mean, you can lose it. There's people who can't talk no more. There's people who forgot how to walk and they got to relearn, you know. But me, unless that one part, I'll always be able to talk. You know what I mean? But now, well, after, let me get to the story. After a while, I can touch my brain, do my scalp, you know. Brains don't have feeling, no feeling nerves, none. So I can feel the brain, but I can't feel my brain being touched. I just feel my scalp being touched by my finger, but I felt the brain with my finger. And a couple months later, they put a scalp on my head. It's from a 3D printed computer, and it's built with some composite. I don't set off no metal alarms, not metal, you know what I mean? It's like some composite, like just some crazy strong composite that's stronger than bone. And they you know, they got the dimensions perfectly and put perfect skull back on. They put back on what they took off, so happy about that. But you know, after I'm not gonna tell you the whole hospital shit, with the cops right there and all the fighting I dealt with COs, because I still say not certain CO like my aunt, but the asshole COs at the hospital, fuck you. Still say it, fuck you. But yeah, but dealing with it. Now I'll talk about dealing with it. I can't remember shit. Can't remember shit from my life, so I have to. I'll show you. So I have to have it written every fucking day. Everything has to be written, or I forget it. You know what I mean? And I got tons of, I got a clipboard with all my important papers because I have to look at them to see if something's going on or if I need to bring this here. My memory's shot. I do remember my past. You know what I mean? But from the day that the incident happened on, my memory's shot. Like I got a fucked up short-term memory. I can't remember shit. Like if you're smoking weed, you know what I mean? Someone tells you something, then you ask the person later and huh, what? What are you? I don't remember us, even talking about it. What are you talking about? That's how I am, but not smoking weed. Like I can't remember shit. Short term, but I deal with that. That's how I deal with it. I used to be bad, where I had to walk with a book bag with 2 marble notebooks, a bunch of pens, and I'd have to write literally everything down. Literally. Like when I spoke to people, if they told me something important, or if certain stores, I like certain things, go to because I'd forget. It was like the movie Memento, where the guy tattooed everything on his body because he had no memory. You know what I mean? It was like that, but not like that. But you know what I mean? Just cracking a joke. But I'm on Vyvanse. That's one of the pills. It's like Adderall or whatever. And but it takes time because your body's got to digest it first to turn it into amphetamines. Adderall starts as amphetamine salt. So I was on it. This is nothing. It's not. But your body turns it into it, and then I only take 1 pill in the morning, and it supposedly lasts all day. It lasts a long time, but all day, I'm not sure. Because my all day is long. Because I don't got a job, so I don't have to wake up early. I still play, but it helps. It helps. So now I don't have to walk around with the book bag. So medication does help. I mean, I'm not going to go into all my meds and why this helps, that helps, because I don't think you guys want to hear that. I'm only going to strictly speaking of how I deal with the mental part. The post-traumatic stress of having it happen, and just dealing with oh, that fake skull, oh my, what the fuck, I'm on Klonopin, 1 milligram 3 times a day to deal with that, and to deal with something else that happened when I was younger. It just helps me with post-traumatic stress, because once the brain thing happened, it went right to Front Street. If the front of your brain is Front Street, it went right there, and I was seeing all the time. I was having night terrors, not of getting the incident happened, of something happened when I was younger, and so I'm on that for that, and that helps with my brain, helps calm me down, because the brain damage I have, the doctor told my parents, I'll either be docile or I'll be aggressive, and unfortunately, I'm on the aggressive side. I took the aggressive path. I haven't gotten into any issues, but you guys know from that video, I tried to fight those 2 people on the street right there, and they didn't run, but they ran away because they were pussy and too scared. Fuck you, phone. And I do certain things which aren't the best, where it's aggressive, and I try not to. That's why the medication helps me, Klonopin also, and I take my Wellbutrin to help me with antidepressant, and that's it. NDRI, because I know all about pills, all about it. So if you got questions, type them below. I can even make a movie about pills for the people if you need one. Just type down below. But an NDRI is a norepinephrine dopamine reuptake inhibitor. Not like a normal SSRI, which is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Those make me gain weight, and those make me not be able to come. I can stay hard for 5 hours, but I'll have fucking blood from just killing myself. You know what I mean? Like I get close, I'm right there, And then it starts from the beginning. It's like, what the fuck? Girls will love it. Like, fuck them until forever. But I didn't like it. So I don't like SSRIs. And then I put myself on a SNRI, serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor, which was Effexor. And that didn't have much side effects as the SSRIs, but it still kind of did. It made me retain the weight that I gained from that. And so I did the NDRI. The norepinephrine is it's like an adrenaline family. It's not adrenaline, but it's in that family. And dopamine, do coke, you get flooded with dopamine. That's what makes you feel good. That you do a bunch of, if you abuse Adderall or whatever, you get flooded with dopamine. It's a dopamine aggravator, like it supplies it, but this is a reuptake inhibitor. Okay, so your receptors are right here, like my two fingers. So this sends signals to that, chemicals, And what doesn't get taken by this has like a bucket and it scoops up everything back and recycles it. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't go that way, it's not going to just leave it. It scoops it up to recycle it. The reuptake inhibitor stops the bucket from happening, the scooper from happening, and it gives more time for those chemicals to get accepted and taken by the other part, the other receptor. So it helps. It helps a lot. It gives me energy. It makes me get out of bed, shower, it makes me do stuff, and it helps. It does definitely help. I've been through, you guys know what I've been through, and I'm still here making videos, smiling and cracking jokes and being a wise ass, you know what I mean? So, it helps. But I deal with it. I'm not really, I don't care what people think, kind of, you know what I mean? Because I was making my videos even when I had the lump because of the brain fluid and spinal fluid before that third surgery on my head. I was wearing snow hat for some of them, but I even had it and I even showed it. But, yeah, you just got to deal with it because it's hard. It really is. It's not easy. I get confused easy, and I get angry easy. Like, if I'm confused, I get fucking furious. Like, why am I confused at this? I would not be confused at this before this happened. And now this is making me confused, and that's when my brain immediately thinks, and I get like a fucking anger, like I just want to break something or throw something or hurt somebody, like crazy shit. But that's my symptoms. I still gotta live with it. It's the memory problem, the aggression from being confused, but just aggression sometimes. It's not like I just walk out being aggressive. It's wanting to react to a situation. Stimulus and reaction to the stimulus, stimulant or whatever the fuck you call it. Action, reaction, like that. But alright, that's it with the 18 minutes. That's it with the brain stuff. I hope you guys with the traumatic brain injuries learned a little bit. If you have any questions, type them below and I'll answer them. Because I got it pretty bad. There's millions, not millions, but there's tons of people got it worse than me, like, so, and I feel for you, but I'm saying I'm up there, I got it pretty bad, so just type below, I'll know the answer, probably. Now, part 2 is where I'm at, you know what I mean, and I don't care, I told them I got a YouTube video, so I don't care if they see this, but I'll respect enough not to use the name, because maybe they won't be fucked up because names weren't used. So, but place I live here, now all of a sudden, as you see, they took all my meds and they control my meds. Now I have a person who was just allowed to buy cigarettes 6 months ago. A 21-year-old. I don't know if it was 6 months ago, 9 months. I don't know when the birthday was, but 6 months ago, couldn't drink a beer till 6 months ago. And you're in control of my meds, and you're making you're making movements about my medication to keep me alive and to keep me like on a straight path. You don't have the credentials, you don't have the experience, you don't have the the time in the field, like, you know what I mean? Like, so that was wrong because I dealt with shit right away. She didn't like the fact that I was on Suboxone, because I use that for pain because it's safer. Like, I made a million videos and I made the Suboxone video because I don't want to use that Vicodins or Oxys, or I don't want those things, man. Suboxone works. It helps just enough. Where, like, look, I make videos moving around just enough, and it helps with dope. You know what I mean? Like, so I get the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? They used to inject me with Dilaudid. I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is better than the dope in the street. You know, other than the fentanyl motherfuckers that kill people. I feel like I'm on dope. I fought all that. But she didn't like I was on Suboxone, Klonopin, and Vyvanse, the 3 narcotics. So she called my psychiatrist after she sent my scripts to the pharmacy and did some sort of uproar, and all of a sudden I had a problem. My scripts were taken off. I'm like trying to find out what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? The person came in my room, opened up, and they blamed my doctor, saying my doctor didn't know I was on Suboxone. Now that they know, they're not comfortable putting you on those other prescriptions. I said, that's a lie. Not calling you a lie, but that's a lie. Because you're telling me my doctor didn't do their job for 2 full years? When I talk to my doctor all the time, and we talk about my medicine, all of my meds, like, and it's right there on the computer when they do their shit, like, is all the shit's tied in? I don't believe that. Well, the pharmacy also got involved. Like, they didn't see like that as being good. So, like, you know, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I just don't think these are honest stories. I think these are stories, like, they belong on my videos. I didn't say that, but I said I think I need to take care of me soon. Right now, it's too late. So tomorrow. And I called the psych place. I didn't get to speak to my doctor, but I spoke to someone else who was just, who was able to help me, and they put the script through. You know what I mean? Like, they said no, it was just, we were not sure about the dates. If like, cause you got them this day, and I said yes, I got those dates, but only this amount of pills. It should say it in the computer. I got it even printed out. I still do. Like, like on the 16th, I got 17 Vyvanse. That means it'll last till like the 1st. And I was calling the 7th. Like, cause if I miss a day, I miss a day. And I forget to take it, I forgot. So I had a little extra pills of everything in the Klonopin and stuff like that. But, so she put it through. She put it right through. Then, now I'm only getting smaller scripts, but I just spoke to the lady today again, not my doctor. She put me in to speak to my doctor the 14th of next month, and she's gonna get me a script put in that will last till the 14th of next month. So, instead of these other things. But yesterday, when later on, I spoke to my counselor, my psychologist type of counselor, my counselor, in the same organization, the Federation. Great, 100% great. That's where my psychiatrist is. A psychiatrist, my care coordinator, my peer advocator. Everybody's in Federation, and they are great. They do so much. I can make videos about everything, schooling I'm about to do, blah blah blah. But I spoke to Gloria Ann about it, and she said, no, you know what? Like, this girl, after like we were talking, her and her, she tried saying, well, he flirted on me. He flirted with me. And then my counselor, not my counselor here, I'll call her my psychologist. The psychologist, the Federation, nipped that in the bud. Says, that's not like him. That does not sound like him at all. He's dealt with nothing but women. Now I got a guy. Nothing but women for 2 years. Never had a problem. Ever. So what you're saying it don't sound like you're talking about the same guy I know. And it's, you know, what it is was she got caught out there for doing something stupid, and since I got her caught out there, she tried to get me, retaliate and get me in trouble. But then she shut up when she knew the whole Federation of Organization had my back. Shut up. She just shut up. I knew, but she didn't tell me that she said that. But watch. So my psychologist said, yo, you should have a third party at all times with her. I don't trust her, and you shouldn't. I said, hell no, I don't trust her. So I said, from now on, I'll either have you guys on speakerphone, you know, or I'll just tell them to make sure they got another person, you know, that brings. I don't want a one-on-one no more at all, you know. I don't trust her. Or she says to grab the titty or something, you know. I don't trust that fucking girl. And then when she came, I think she came like that night that I found all this stuff out. And then she's like, I never said that, John. Oh, she don't call me John. She called me John. But I'll say, I never said that, John. I never said that. I would not say that. I feel so bad that you think I said that. It was something must have been taken out of context. And I want to be your counselor. Like, they're telling me that you're going to get somebody else. Really, they don't do 2 and 1 because there's 2 other people. They would have took her out of the house, brought a new person in this as the counselor for this house that comes, you know, whenever. You know, we live alone. We have our own apartment. This is our apartment. But the counselors come and check up on shit and help. She would have went to another house. Another person would come in. She's like, I want to be a counselor. I want to stay your counselor. Like, you know, and like she was being like, oh, I felt bad. I ain't gonna lie. I'll tell the truth. I felt bad. Not because something I did. I didn't do nothing. Not a damn fucking thing wrong. And you tried to murder my fucking rep with some evil shit. You kind of deserved that, and I should have went through it and had to go to a different house because she would have that little strike. You know what I mean? But I have a heart when it comes to something like that. I felt bad for her. And you better learn your lesson. That better been a lesson learned. You know what I mean? So I said, all right. I wrote on a thing for her. I have no problem with her staying here and being the counselor. She's learning me. You know what I mean? But I got to get her to get off my medication, like my ass when it comes to meds, because she called my neurologist from like May or April of 2020, like 2 months after I left the hospital. You know what I mean? Like, why'd you call him? You know what I mean? Oh, and I found out, yeah, she the reason why I caught her yesterday, I gotta admit the truth. Because we're talking more good. Like, she's that much more nice to me now because she knows, like, you'll be out of this house. You know what I mean? Like, and you'll have a strike, and you're just probably a trainee. And the stuff that I know, you know I know legal stuff. You know I do. And, you know, but I was like, yeah, you keep blaming the pharmacy now. But Walgreens never says anything. You can be on anything. You just get your scripts. So what do you mean that pharmacy said something to her? Who are they? Oh, you don't know how they are. They are like me. They're with their shit, yo. Like, I was like, all right, I respect you saying that. I never signed a fucking HIPAA form for them to release any information of mine. They broke the law if they called my counsel. So what I think is that they talked to you, which they probably never did, but I gave her that. They talked to you, and I think you called my fucking psychiatrist and complained and said stuff about it. She's like, yeah, I did. I did. And, and then she was trying to, like, apologize again for that, and, like, she seemed, like, sad, and I was like, listen, we're already past it. It happened. It's all right. I fixed it. Don't worry, we're past it. And then we went on, because she's driving me to my doctor's appointment today, you know? But, yeah, I thought that was crazy. But she called my neurologist because my Keppra pills are old, because I don't take them every fucking day. You know what I mean? I had 2 bottles, so I didn't take them every day. Like, if I was doing, like, action, like, when I work, on my own company shit, like, or if I shovel snow, Yeah, I'm gonna take my seizure meds. But the Klonopin is a seizure med also, and the Klonopin helps with seizures also, because you get seizures when you don't have them. If you take them, like 100 to 0, you get seizures. You gotta wean off it. So I know it has to help. But yeah, she did that. So I got to talk to her when we're in the car and tell her, like I did kind of when I had my one-on-one with her, I think yesterday, but we only got like, she did everybody for like an hour and then she had to leave. And she did me, she said quick. Well, she might have been true. They might have needed certain things. She might have not. And she knows she's driving me, so we're going to be able to talk. And she just, like, look at who I am. I mean, you people know me. I don't do certain things. Like, I don't do that. I beat up people that done, well, not that done that, but that done fucked up shit related to that, but not that, you know, whatever with me. That's, alright, guys fuck with girls. If you get turned down, you get turned down. That shit happens. Like, it happens all the time. That's not bad. If a guy says, hey, I like you, you know what I mean? Would you like to hang out sometime? You know, we'll go out to dinner. That's like flirting. That's like trying to set up plans. That's not bad. And then you try to say, what you did, you got nipped in the bud. You know what I mean? Like, and why didn't you go to your staff when it happened? Your higher ups when it happened. Why didn't you stop the fucking meeting when I did and said you did something right there that is not, it doesn't go with it, our rules? I have to stop this meeting and I have to make a phone call and report it because I have to for my job. None of that fucking happened. So come on now. Come on now. You know what I mean? Like, it was only because I got her caught out there for messing with my meds. And she tried. She grabbed paper as she was falling off a skyscraper. And it didn't work, you know? And now I got her right here. You know what I mean? It treats me fine. And I'm going to talk to her when we get that drop. Because I'm going to tell her, don't mess with my shit. I want my HIPAA laws brought back to me. I'm filling them out differently. Totally differently. And what I do, which I'm telling you guys, is a trick. A real HIPAA law, you could Google it, a HIPAA form, and you can Google it, is written by you. You write your name. Of course, you got to sign your name too. And you write who you're giving permission, like John Santamar. I'm letting him break HIPAA. Now, you're not breaking it, but, you know, break HIPAA. You know, get the information needed or whatever. You can divulge information back and forth. And you have to write the day you're starting to let them. And then you have to write the date you're finishing it. You don't want them to do it past that date. They can't do it in their handwriting. It's not up to them. You do it in your handwriting because you do it. I never do it, and I do that on purpose. I just sign. I let them write whatever the fuck they want to write. That's not a real HIPAA form. That's incomplete. And if I complain because they do something fucked up, I can complain. They broke my HIPAA laws. They broke my HIPAA laws. They're going to be cocky and confident and say they got HIPAA forms. What are you talking about? No, those aren't valid HIPAA forms. I'm sorry. And if they try to, because I did say what's real and what's not, because when they were fucking with my meds, I said I could report you. You know, told them about the stuff. They're like, we filled it out. The date is right there. You brought that and they filled out the shit. They get in trouble, more trouble. That's like forgery. You know what I mean? Like, I'm supposed to write that. You ain't supposed to write when you decide the day ends. And I bet you that's not even written on there. I bet you the date is written on there, and that's it. And the person's name. But I didn't write it. You know what I mean, the other person's got to sign it too. You know? But yeah. So I'm gonna tell them I want those forms. I want to see them. I want to fill them out again. And I'm sorry. I don't want a 21-year-old involved in my medication at all. Even if she's my counselor, she's not my medication counselor. I have one. So she's my counselor for everything else, not my meds. I'm going to tell her today. I'm going to tell her that I'm calling the place. So, actually, I might call the place right now. If I get her on the phone, I'm not going to talk. I'll be like, all right, yeah, I'll talk to you later. Only in person. Because people act different, And either me and my friend that lives here, he's like, yo, because the way she talks now to me is like nice, the way she lets me, he's like, she either hates you, or she's feeling you hard. Because you know how, like, they say, like, when a guy pulls a girl's hair when you're in, like, second grade, it's because he likes her. Like, are you doing these things because you want my name mentioned? You want to be around me? Like, you just, and you wanted to stay in this house when you were going to another house. You're like, John, I didn't say that. It was misunderstood. Like, the other two guys you wouldn't care. You know what I mean? There must be a reason other than that you really want to stay, and I had to fix that and make you stay. I think the guy doing the video, I think I'm not gay. I'm not. But if I was, I'd fuck the guy I'm looking at right now. I'd fuck the shit out of him because he's a good looking guy. He's a real good looking guy. I'm gonna start watching all his videos. But back to business. That's it. You know what I mean? That's the shit I'm happening. And I think I'm gonna make the call right now while it's like editing and loading and shit like that. And if I get her, I'll just tell her in person. But if I get another person, I'll tell them that I want all the HIPAA forms brought to me, where I decide who does what. Because that has nothing to do with me being here. And you guys know how long it takes to kick somebody out. Months. You gotta wait till you go to court. If the guy only go to court, get a judge to give you so much time, then you gotta wait for sheriff, who has to bring your shit to the street. It takes months. Not only that, I don't work, I have traumatic brain injury, I'm fucked up, they'll feel bad for me. They probably won't. Like, these guys might want to. They won't. Because they're getting paid for rent. I'm paying for my rent. Not from work, but I'm paying for my rent. And there's little extra. Actually, I get a check, for like, I only got $1.25, but it said 150 from this place. So, because like it's my money from leftover, but I want to find out exactly. I want to make sure they're not pocketing nothing. But that is all. So I hope you guys like the video, and I will figure out a fucking intro app that works, because all the intro apps, when I push them to do them, it just resets and starts over. And I've had them for a long time. I even uninstalled, reinstalled. I even paid for one like a while ago, so now I can't even use that one because I had 3 of them. It's just a pain in the ass. So my bad not having intros and having like, ill shit in the beginning. Like a lot of times my songs, personally or some other songs. But I think I'm just going to let this play without one because it's 38 minutes and a lot of you guys probably aren't here no more. But if you stayed, I thank you, and you a trooper. And to everybody, have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. Learn something from my videos. Don't do what I did back then, and you'll be a happy, safe, and free man. Goodbye, everybody.